Hey guys, welcome to the Rusty Beauties shop, and today we're gonna work on my daily driver, which is 2009 Ford F-150, and it has problems with the front driver's side axle. Hi Rusty. Actually it has a little bit of a problem with the suspension as well. The sway bar link got detached from the top, and it's been making some weird noises. So today we're gonna address that, and I don't know if you can see, but the boots on the axle, both of them are ripped. So we have to change those because we don't want to ruin the joints. 2 years ago, I think I changed the IWE on the passenger side because it was giving me troubles, and now that I'm going to be working on this side, I ordered another one for here to change it as well. It hasn't given me any problems, but I decided that I was gonna change it. However, it's coming in 3-4 days, and I was looking at the forecast and it looks like it's gonna be really cold from next week. It's gonna be only 3-4 degrees Celsius. I'm in Canada, we use C's here, we don't use F's. So it's gonna be pretty close to the freezing point next week. So I decided that I'm gonna do the work today. It's mid-November and it is about 15 degrees today Celsius, so it's pretty warm for November, so I decided to use the opportunity and do it today. I think I can fit the whole truck inside, but I have to move stuff from there and I don't want to. So that's why I'm gonna put only the front end inside, and we're gonna work right here. That's why I don't want to do it when the weather is cold. It's raining, but that doesn't really matter. Let me bring it into the garage and we're gonna start crack-a-lacking. All right, that's enough. You see, yeah, it has rust and stuff. The rockers are gone, but it's a rusty beauty, just like my other rusty beauties over there. Anyways, it's a solid truck other than that, so we're gonna maintain it, so hopefully it's gonna serve us well for some more years. So let me take the wheel off and I'm gonna show you what the problems are. Are you gonna help me, Rusty? Huh? Are you gonna help? Okay, take the wheel off. All right, so the wheel is off, and here, this link here is detached from its, whatever it's called, like a ball joint. So that's what makes noise, but also you see here the boot is totally ripped, and this one as well. Nice. So it's been like that for months, I guess. So that's what we need to do. But also I want to check the IWE here, and I'm gonna explain very quickly about the IWE because I have another video that involves that, so I'm gonna put the link here. What the IWE does is it connects or disconnects the axle to the wheel. So right now, as you can see, the axle and the wheel are connected, but when the vehicle is running and we are in two-wheel drive, only rear-wheel drive, then these two should be disconnected, and that's the role of the IWE, which is controlled by vacuum. When we start the vehicle, it should build up vacuum and the IWE should disconnect. So let's try that. Let's see if it works. Wow, it doesn't work. Let's see if there's vacuum coming to here. So we're gonna disconnect the vacuum lines. Nope, there's no vacuum here. All right, to troubleshoot that, we're gonna come here. This is my vacuum solenoid that is responsible for the four-wheel drive, and if you want to know more about it, check that other video that I mentioned. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna say that this is the vacuum supply from here, and when the solenoid actuates, it needs to transfer the vacuum to this hose, which goes to the two IWEs. So if I disconnect it, I should have vacuum here right now on this, the big hose. And I can hear it, yeah. I have vacuum here. But let's see if we have vacuum on the other side after the solenoid. So we have to disconnect the other one. Okay, so I disconnected it and there's absolutely no vacuum here. So the solenoid is not doing what it's supposed to do. But we can bypass it and see if we, let me see if I can unplug this again. Okay, and if we plug this together, one to each other, just bypass the solenoid like this. Now we should have vacuum on the IWE. Let's see. Oh yeah, now we have vacuum. So let's see if we plug it in. Will that disconnect the... There you go. So the IWE works well. We have no leaks. So we don't need to change it, but we need to address the solenoid. Maybe it's a fuse or something. We'll see. But the important part is that the IWE works well, so we don't need to change it. Alright, in this case, let's proceed with the axle and everything. So what I've done is I loosened this nut. I haven't removed it completely because we have to split the ball joint, and if we remove the nut, everything's just gonna fly. So I left the nut at the end of the ball joint, but I gave it enough room here for when it splits to pop. And for there, we have this ball joint splitter which we can use, but unfortunately it won't fit here because we have to disconnect also the tie rod end from here, and it's too small for here. So here we're gonna have to do another thing, and actually I'm gonna do that first before we split that. I'm gonna put the jack underneath. There you go. We're gonna put some tension on it, making sure that we're not lifting the whole truck. And now we're gonna give it some love taps here. Hopefully that's gonna work. What happened? Did it split? Now it's split. Okay. Okay, this is still in good shape. We're gonna have to inspect everything, right? So let's see if we can split the ball joint. There you go. Wow, that was scary. So now we can put the jack underneath the trailing arm and lift up. Then we're gonna remove the nut and lower it pretty slowly. You know what, before we do that, let's remove the nut from here. So there's a nut that holds the end of the axle. And also we're gonna loosen some of these lines here, because when it drops this way, we don't want everything to pull hard. So yeah, let me do that first. Okay, so there's a cap here that we need to remove. There you go. And there's what looks like, wow, I can remove it with my fingers, the nut. Well, it's loose, but not that loose. It's interesting, it was so loose. Okay, it's off. Now here on this side I already loosened these two bolts, so I can just take them out. Okay, so the lines are now detached. Maybe we should detach this one from here as well. Like this, maybe even this from here. Well, that's not needed, but anyways. Okay, I think that's enough room now for the link to drop down and give us some room here. So let's see. So we have the jack underneath to hold the trailing arm. Now this is gonna jump up and this is gonna fall in our lap. So we're gonna have to hold it. Okay. Wasn't that scary. Alright, so now we should be able to pull this up, and the axle should come out from here. Now it's moving, I think. Yeah. Okay. Now we can lower the jack a little bit. Or, there you go. Now, oh my god, my brake line is under. Like, I don't want the brake line to be under so much tension, so there you go. And now find a way to hold this up. Alright, that's good. Whew. Okay. So let's see if we can remove the axle now. Now inside the diff there, I don't know if you see. Now with a little bit of prying, the axle should pop out of the... I'm not sure if the spring is going to be in our way now to pull out the axle. I hope not. There you go. Let's see now the moment of truth. If the spring is going to be in our way or not. Actually, if we jack it up again to end up under the spring, a little more. Yes, I think we are out. All right, so let's see if we can disassemble this joint here and change both boots from here, or we're gonna have to disassemble the other one as well. I don't know. We will try. All right, let's try and clean this a little bit. Now this should come out. I'm using a lead hammer, so it's soft. There you go. So this is the circlip that was holding it. Once you push it in, this clicks open into a groove inside here, and that's what's holding it in place. So it looks like we can change both boots from this side. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna have to take it apart and clean it, because now that the boot was open, all kinds of debris went inside. All right, so there's a circlip here inside, right here, which if we remove should allow us to take it apart. This is what I'm talking about. There you go. It's gonna start coming completely apart. Okay. it comes out that way. Is that a crack? Oh no, I thought it was cracked. Okay. If we want to, there's a circlip on this side that can allow us to pull it out, but I don't think it's needed. Some brake clean. Alright, so everything is cleaned up and we can start assembling now. And here is our boot, the new one. So they are different, the inner and the outer are different because you can see these hubs or whatever they are different size. So the smaller one is for the inside. So we have the small one here and it comes with grease. So we're gonna start putting everything together now with grease. So here comes the grease. So we're gonna put grease generously here so it can keep our balls in place because the ball bearings are gonna fall apart. Okay, that should be enough for now. So let's see if the ball bearings are gonna stay now. Okay. Now let's see if we can put it back in. There you go. Now let's put the circlip and then we're gonna put the rest of the grease inside. Okay. Trying to use all the grease, you know. So there's an area here with a little bit bigger diameter, like here. That's where this clamp needs to go. And this one is all the way there. Unfortunately, I don't have the pliers. So we're gonna have to use just regular side cutters or something. Let's see if that's gonna work for us. Oh, it's barely wide enough. There you go. Okay, that should be good. Nice and tight. Let's do the other one as well. Okay, so now before we forget, for this side we should put the clamp and the boot. So first the clamp, then the boot. Come on. And then everything else, you know. So now we have to do the same here. We have to take everything apart and clean it before we assemble it, you know. Okay, let's see if that's gonna come out like this. No. Okay, that's the trick, I guess. You have to remove the bolts, the ball bearings one by one. Okay, they're all out now. There you go. So you have to turn it in certain angles, so the holes for the ball bearings line up with these, what are they called? Embossed parts, I guess. And same here, I guess. There must be a trick how to take these out. There you go. So the one needs to go inside the hole like this, and then you can take the other side out. Smart. All right, so these are clean, and I did a test assembly just to make sure that I know what I'm doing before I grease everything, and I realized that these are not symmetrical. So this looks like it is symmetrical, but this one, you can see how one side is here, the diameter is smaller than here. So, and also when you assemble it, so you have to put, like I said, one of these parts inside the hole, and then you can put it inside, and now you can turn it somehow. It's like one of these puzzles, you know. Come on. Okay. So now when you put it like this, you see one side, this surface is a little bit lower than this surface, but on this side, it's much lower. So I had to actually go and watch my video to make sure that I assemble it the same way it came apart. So this is the right way. The part where it goes deeper is the one on top. So let's put some grease everywhere, and then we're gonna start assembling it. I hate when my hands are greasy like that, but I have no other option. Like this. And we said this way, right? So now we have to line the holes with these embossed parts here, like this. And once it's inside, we should be able to turn it like this. There you go. So that's the right orientation, and now we just need to add the ball bearings. I think we can do it this way. No. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. There you go. Okay. All 6 ball bearings are inside. Now we're gonna put all the grease inside. Okay. And now let's put this part back. We find the splines. All the way in. Okay, let's do this. Okay. That's it. I think we're good. Alright, so the axle is rebooted. Now before we assemble it though, I'm gonna remove the sway bar link. We have to remove it anyways, so I'm gonna remove it now so it's out of the way. It gives us more access here. Alright, the bottom bolt was giving me trouble, so I had to cut it. So anyways, now we have more room to squeeze from here. Let's see how easy it is gonna be to put the axle back in. Oh, that's better. Okay, good. I was worried about this part, but it actually worked out fine. Okay. We need to make sure that the circlip goes inside its groove there and expands, you know? Yeah, now it's not coming out. Good. So now lower this end again. If you're changing the IWE, now is the time. This is the IWE with 3 bolts and it comes off. But we are not changing it, so we're good here. Alright, after screwing up for a while, I finally did the right thing and removed the other side as well. So now it was easy to put it on. But now we have to bring the bar down, or we're gonna bring the arm up. Anyway, let me make sure that the other one is in place too. All right, the other side is replaced. So now we can tighten these and make sure that the grease nipples are pointing in convenient orientation. All right, it's finally time to put this together. No, don't go anywhere. Okay. I need to find the cotter pin for here because I broke the old one when I was taking it out. But we will find one. And let's put the tie rod end in. There you go. Shouldn't forget our vacuum line to the IWE, which doesn't work for now, but we're gonna take care of that as well. What's left now is to grease the sway bar link and the bow joint. Well, the dog is barking and he's distracting me, so I forgot to press the recording button on the camera, but I didn't forget to tighten this nut here, and I put the cap on. So what's left now, stop. So what's left now is just to put the wheel on and we're done. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hopefully it's helpful for you. So thanks for watching, thanks for commenting and subscribing, thanks for sharing, thanks for supporting the channel, and stay tuned for more videos, hopefully about our rusty beauties, not about these daily drivers. There is nothing interesting about them, is it? Is there? And yeah, but if you're still here, then probably it was interesting for you, or your truck is broken. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.